Hey guys, welcome to our broadcast for Kearney versus Park Hill. But before we get into tonight's game, we would like to debut our brand new pregame show, the Trojan Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are within the Trojan Hour, the final hour before kickoff. I am Dawson Bean, Trojan sports analyst, along with my other sports analyst, Colton Beagle. And then we got Brody Fetters, another sports analyst and the head commentator of Trojan football. Brody, we got a game against Kearney tonight for our homecoming game. What do you think?
I mean, it should be a good game. It should be a good matchup for both teams. It was a good matchup. I mean, it was one of the better matchups for the Bulldogs last year, but I mean, what do you guys think about this matchup being our homecoming game?
Yeah, I mean, last year we did have the closest game with the Bulldogs. I mean, 38-17, that was the closest one. And if I remember correctly, we just made some dumb mistakes here and there, some mistakes that could have been easily avoidable. Absolutely. And it's just like simple stuff from last year, and that's what's been going on this year a lot with the Trojans. I mean, just simple mistakes that can easily be reversible and can just turn the whole Trojans around. The Trojans offense is averaging 35.7 points right now. And
Which is insane without a head coach.
Yeah.
Keep in mind,
right?
Sims
Exactly.
is still gone.
Exactly. And what's it called? The Trojans are only allowing 30 on defense, but that's mainly just because of the NKC game, which that was the game that they all of a sudden lost Sims. So, Colton, what do you think of the game tonight?
Man, I'm excited for this game. I'm telling you, Dawson, I'm gonna be in that student section. I'm gonna be in my toga for seniors. Seniors wearing togas right now, actually. Below.
Yeah, there they are. They're down there.
But no, I'm really excited, man. It's an exciting matchup. 2-1 coming off of the win against Staley last week. Great game for our team. Really needed that win to get back in the win column. And I think all in all, our mindsets are back in the right place. We saw ourselves win. We saw ourselves play good on defense. We saw ourselves thrive on offense, and we're gonna put it all together for this Kearney game. I'm super excited, Dawson.
Right. I mean, the Trojans really just have had a tough mental season so far.
Yeah.
Without their head coach, losing their head coach after their second game and not knowing what to do, that could really throw you off.
Oh, yeah. We're fighting through adversity, though.
Exactly. I mean, coaches, players, everyone. Like, they weren't ready. They weren't prepared for that NKC game, which was why, I mean, it just wasn't the normal Trojans. Because we have the offensive power. We have the defensive power. We just got to clean it up a little bit. Reynolds is having to get used to it himself. Yeah. And, I mean, yeah, Brody, I know you talked to some of the players the other night. Did they tell you anything special?
I mean, they said it was back to the norm. It was huge for them to, get one back in the left-hand column. Especially, Dante had got the ball a lot, and even when he didn't, he was opening up the opportunities for guys like Caden Leonard, Andrew Minder, Braylon Agee even, the run game, because it's been a lot of short screen passes to him, so it's opening up options for Caden Irving and Daniel Easter through the ground. Even Zane had a few rushes last week. He had a little boot. It was kind of a play fake, dead play, and he booted it in for a touchdown. It was huge. And it was a huge momentum setter because last year we lost at home to Staley. It was a nail biter, 21-19, I believe was the final score, going for two after a missed PAT earlier in the game that didn't get it. So it was a huge win last week.
That one went to overtime, didn't it? Last year?
No, it was right at the end.
Oh, gotcha. Last minute
touchdown.
That's right. It was close. I remember that.
Yeah. But, like you said earlier, we had the closest game against Kearney. So I think big things from not just the offense, the defense, too. Reynolds kind of stepping back into that role because he was overseeing it all. And now he's kind of putting himself back into the, the defensive mindset and letting Huggins and Bell, mandate that offense. So, I mean, what do you guys think have been big practice things, big ticket things for the Trojans leading into this game and one of their bigger games?
Yeah, I got you. I mean, we did get some insider information that Mason Beaver is hurt, and he's one of their DNs along with his brother Isaac Beaver. So I think going into that, knowing that our O-line is going to have just that little bit more of extra protections, a lot confidence-wise for them, because we do have a good line. I know a lot of the guys are a lot of great guys working their butts off in practice. I mean, that's all they do. And knowing that one of their two main defensive units is gone is going to be great for our O-line. Zane's going to be protected. He's going to have a lot of time in the pocket, get some of those longer throws off instead of having to short pass. But, yeah, Dawson.
I mean, yeah, let's just hop back into those Beaver twins, man. Yeah. They are crazy. They are units. 6'2", 280 pounds each of them, committed together to North Dakota.
That's awesome.
That is insane,
awesome,
man. They are just units out there, and they describe the Bulldogs. Just both of them are absolute units, dogs. Those Bulldogs, they may be down in Class 4, the Suburban Blue Conference. Is that right?
I believe so.
Yeah. But I mean, they may be a couple classes lower than us, but they just play with aggression. They play strong. They play hard, and Trojans are really just going to have to match that aggression if they want to win. Because the Trojans have the skill. Do not get me wrong at all. They're going to have to clean up their play, though, and just really be working hard in practice this week and come out with that true, like, Trojan aggression that I know we can do. And, yeah, I mean, like you were saying about those short passes, we have not been able to throw the long ball as much this year.
A couple of times. And it has played out. It has played out.
Yeah, there's a lot of times where Braylon Agee, he has 18 receptions for almost 300 yards already.
Unreal.
But a lot of those are just like, because he's big and just makes those chunk plays off of those short passes, which those work. Those get awesome time, and they open up the run game, like Brody was saying. So, I mean, it really does just need to, they just need to open up the long ball a little more and figure that out this week.
And hopefully with the absence of the Beaver twin, then our O-line will be able to give Zane more time and get those, because we know Zane is capable of making those throws. Absolutely. Our receivers
to roll out to that weak side with the Beaver twin being gone.
Exactly. Our receivers are more than capable of getting open. They are all amazing.
We have seen Zane throw that pretty ball before. He can launch it, and we know he can.
And we have receivers that can catch it.
Exactly.
So if we get that separation and Zane gets that time, I think it's going to be a great game.
For sure.
Yeah. Brody, I mean, what else do you guys say? Have you heard anything about anybody, if I'm in practice or anything different going on this week?
A lot of, mistakes happened in that NKC game. The defense, special teams, and a lot of 2 kick returns.
Yeah.
That's just mental things. That's being in your lane, playing your 11th, and a lot of guys are very, very, very mad after the game. 69-51, I believe, final score.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
But, I mean, they stepped up, in that Staley game, ended up giving up 7 points in the third quarter and nothing from it. This is, it's like a 60-40 offense. Not very run, I mean, little more run, but it's not like one side or the other like what Staley was with being very run heavy. I mean, you can expect the quarterback to run. You can expect anybody to run, and I see anybody doing well. I see that D-line playing fairly well, especially coming off of a run team.
Right.
I mean, what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think? How can the Trojans prepare for that?
Let me take us back to that thought you had about the special teams. The Trojan special team against NKC did allow 2 kick returns back to back. Just like they were enraged, and I understand that absolutely. I think fans were, coaches were. That's just not acceptable no matter what. But they fixed it immediately. In that next week in practice, they changed their formation, put different guys in different spots and moved it around. And last week against Staley, I saw it firsthand. They were stuffing the kick returns. Nothing was getting by them. They didn't have one, I don't think a single one that got past the 50.
Nope.
So
I mean,
they immediately changed that.
Is Zane Thomas a kicker, or is he our quarterback?
Right.
I mean, that guy's got a boot.
He's got a leg. It's insane.
Going back, though, to Brody, what you're saying about that 60-40 offense for Kearney, Hudson Best, that wide receiver and running back combo, are we going to, Dawson, do you expect to see a lot more of route running or a lot more of the running, like typical running back kind of style?
So I went and was looking at the box score of their game last week against Smithville, and he had a lot of chunk plays more on the ground rather than in the air. He's a very good and just scrappy running back. He's able to shove through there and make those long runs. So the Trojans are going to have to do what they did last week against Staley and just be able to stop that, because if they can stop that and shut that down, we know our DBs can stop it through the air for sure. I mean, they've made some dumb mistakes here and there with some PI calls or whatever, or just allowing some long plays when they weren't focused on their man, but they worked on it and they were trapping the pass against Staley. I think they only passed under 10 times or something like that, and Trojans stuffed it. And I think they probably have just been working on that this week during practice to try to stop the pass game and shut down the run game while doing that.
It reminds me, Corbin Emmons, the senior running back, him and Hudson are both going to be that 2 running back combo. We're going to see Hudson go out for the pass every now and then, but Corbin's also going to be there for the run almost every play. I mean, it's exactly what you want to see from Kearney's offense, and our Trojan defense will have to step up and be able to make a play.
Yeah, the clip playing right now, him taking one of those big, long chunk plays back for a touchdown.
Yeah, it was off a screen, too.
Off a screen. That's impressive. He was, I'm telling you, these guys are tough. They play with aggression. They are able to get those big runs, just shove through the gaps and make their own paths to the end zone. last year Corbin Emmons, who you were mentioning, he rushed for 14 carries, 168 yards, averaged 12 yards a carry, and a touchdown. Trojans, he had our number written down on his phone. He was dialing it nonstop, just rushing through there, doing whatever he wanted with the football. I mean, seriously. 168 yards in 14 carries. That's insane, with a touchdown.
Unreal.
Trojans have to shut him down this year, or I don't think it's going to be going well for them.
It's gonna be a tough opponent to play this week, Dawson, and the Trojans are gonna have to step up like they've been doing for the last week in practice. And Brody, do you have any wrapping up thoughts for us?
I mean, yeah, as I kind of start to head my way towards the booth, as I got to call this game. It should be a good one. I give my little prediction. I think the Trojans will come out of this one 31-27. It should be a good game. Homecoming night. Everyone will be there. Make sure you tune in. Make sure you stay here and watch this game.
Absolutely. Dawson, what do you think, man?
I'm going to go with a little bit more bold of a prediction. I'm going to take the Trojans 36-21. I know it sounds like a stretch. Big win for the Trojans. But I think if the Trojans are going to shut down the run, I think we can win this game big because the Trojans DBs have the skills to be able to shut down the pass. So if they can stop the run, unlike they did last year, they did not stop it last year. I think this year Trojans are going to be able to come away with it.
Absolutely, Dawson. We're in the student section. You know how it is, man. But, yeah, I think it's going to be Trojans dub. Honestly, I think it's going to be 33-27. So I say we wrap it up there, Dawson. That was the Trojan Hour. We'll send it back to you, Brody.
All right, welcome back to Preston Field. I'm Sam Miller, and Brody Feathers has just made back in the nick of time from the pregame show, the Trojan Hour. Brody, great show put together. Now, introduce us to this matchup that we have here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Sam, it was a good pregame show. Got to talk with the guys, talk with Dawson, Colden, catch up kind of about this matchup here, homecoming here. So a huge game for the Trojans. And as I said, as we kind of talked about on that pregame show, we last year were that last matchup, like the closest scoring matchup to Kearney. Yes, it didn't look pretty as it was the one in the right-hand column, a loss. But I mean, that's something to build on, especially. Yeah, they're Class 4, but they are a very good Class 4 team. They win games year in and year out, and they always go to state. I think they lost in state last year, if I'm not mistaken, but should be a huge game here as tonight's theme is toga and red out. So if you're a senior, you got your toga on. If you are a freshman, a junior, you got your red out on. So it should be a good matchup here, and I look on the opposing side. Not much showing for the Kearney Bulldogs, but still something over there. But Sam, what do we think will be kind of some successes for both teams tonight?
I mean, yeah, Kearney, they're going to have to be able to really put that ball into the option game with Carter Temple and with their two stud backs, Dryden Hendricks and Corbin Emmons. They're really going to try and diversify through those three. Carter Temple being the quarterback. He's got a cannon as well, so it's going to be that play-action pass, which I was also able to speak with Coach Reynolds about what they need to fix, and that was at the top of his board this week. They got to limit the big plays off the play action. And also, they got to keep that good old-fashioned, this is your role, defensive football with the option. If one person misses their role, somebody can take off running for another big play. It's just got to be one big play after another.
I mean, we did see that 2 weeks ago on this own field. We saw that, that option football, that run-heavy football from the Hornets, and it hurt the Trojans very much so because it wasn't like it was, good 5-yard gains. It was like 2, and then it was a good 30-yard run because they're running this options play. So I think, yes, you are right. The Trojans have to stay on their man, and they have to do their assignment, and that's something they've gotten a little better at. They did really well last week against Staley, 23-7. I was able to call that game with sportscasters, really fun on the radio. But kind of, what do you think the Bulldogs have to do to kind of come in and win this one?
The Bulldogs have to come in and they really just have to establish the option game. As I said, they got to be able to show we are the bigger team here. They got to out-physical the Park Hill defense. They got to show, and they also, another big thing on their defensive side, they got to stop the deep ball of Park Hill. They stop that deep ball, they're going to show we're going to make you have issues today. You're going to actually have to have a good old solid offense that's consistent. Because Park Hill this year, they really haven't had a bunch of consistent offense. It's more just been 2 big plays, touchdown, 2 big plays, touchdown. Lob it up to Braylon Agee. Go take a deep shot to Dante Dixon or somebody. It's never these 4-yard consistent plays. And that's why also Coach Reynolds, he also told me that they have to be able to run the ball tonight. If they're able to run the ball, their offense becomes so much better. And he said especially they have to be able to run the ball and cover 1. And the Trojans did defer the toss, so they would get the ball in the second half.
Yeah, I was hearing from a few buddies of mine on the team. You know, I got some of them in my ELA class, Roman, and I even got a few guys in my other classes. They were saying that big thing to do this week was fixing that special teams unit. They started to kind of fix it, and they eliminated those errors last week because we saw again on that Hornets game that they allowed 2 kick return touchdowns back to back. That's kind of assignment roles. But what we've seen is Zane is kind of taking over as the kickoff specialist because he's got a boot on him, and they've kind of pushed him down to that left hash like we're seeing here.
I was at practice on Wednesday, and this is what they worked on, kickoff assignments, where you're running down your lane, where your lane is, where you're blocking. This is what they worked on.
So let's see what the opening kickoff has. Line drive, and it's going to hit and go into the end zone. So it'll be a touchback. Kind of a knuckleball in the air, but the Bulldogs will take over at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
And I see Jonah Ware coming out looking all hyped up, coming off the sideline. He's ready to hit somebody, it seems. Jonah Ware last week went on a visit to Illinois. Such a huge accomplishment for the young man. Hopefully he can do great things in his collegiate career, and I know he will. But let's see if he can step up here tonight here on homecoming night against the Kearney Bulldogs.
So, I mean, we look at that Bulldogs. They got 1 guy up top. Everybody else is kind of bunched in. Looks like a tight end set, 2 in the backfield.
Yeah, this is what we're going to see a lot of, that split back.
They're going to give it to him. That'll be Hendricks. Looks like maybe a gain about 2 or 3, so 2nd down for the Bulldogs.
I believe that was Saquon Copeland on the tackle, and here's the guys that are going to need to step up today. It's going to be the linebackers. It's going to be Saquon Copeland, Matthew Aguirre. It's going to be Louis Van Batavia, and it's also going to have to be the edges. So Jonah Ware, it's going to be all to be a culmination of these guys working together to stop this option. As again, they're in the split back.
So now they have 2 receivers, 1 up top, 1 down bottom. Ooh, looked like Jamari Bell and Jack Conway jumped. Let's see. And they will get it on them, and that's kind of been the struggle so far. It's been they've put themselves in those holes, and what ends up happening after those holes are dug is bad things. You never see, so far at least this year, 4 weeks in, we haven't seen really the Trojans get out of the hole. So let's see what they can draw up here.
2nd and 2.
They're going to give it to him. And does he get it? They will motion. Yes, he will. 1st down. Corbin Emmons on the carry.
Yeah, Corbin Emmons, he's so big, and and both of them are. Corbin Emmons and John Hendricks, they're going to be so hard to bring down. It's going to have to be multiple tacklers there to flood to the ball to be able to bring both of them down. And, of course, you still can't rule out Carter Temple. That's why this option offense is so dangerous. You're so worried about the 2 backs, then all of a sudden Carter Temple pulls the ball, and he takes off running with those big strides that he has.
So it looks like they just brought in another back here. So they got a 3-back set. I'm guessing run here. And I'm right.
It's like, there it is. It takes 3 guys to bring down, I believe that was Emmons again, maybe.
Because I just saw Matthew Lindsay check into the game, and I was kind of looking at, game tape from so far this year. Kearney steps into this game 3-0. The Trojans come in 2-1 with that lone loss here at Preston Field against the Hornets. So far, the Bulldogs have steamrolled over every team this year, but they have been a very run-heavy team, and that's what's kind of killed the Trojans. It helped them last week because the Falcons didn't have much of a pass game, but the Bulldogs do have that pass game with their QB. So let's see what they do here. And he will keep it. And Aguirre and Van Batavia bring him down. 3rd and long after a loss of a lot.
Yes, that was exactly what I was just talking about. They were trying to get everybody to flood to Emmons and Hendricks, but they were really just blockers for Carter Temple. And they tried to pull it and didn't work. Louis Van Batavia and Matthew Geary were not fooled.
So 3rd and 9, I expect try and see if they jump, get it to 3rd and 4, and then you got your play after that, obviously. So let's see what Coach Minnick can call up here on 3rd and long.
I would expect either option. Nope, it's going to be
Pass and tipped. Looks to be tipped, and it was caught, though, on the sideline. Good catch there by Hudson Best.
I believe Hunter Page got a hand on that maybe. Possibly, maybe just got a little bit of a hand on there, but it's not enough to defer that ball to going into his receiver's hands.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball looks to be right on that 45 on the left hash. One receiver down bottom. Everybody else bunched up on that line.
It's like Hudson Best, the lone wideout.
And it's going to give to the back. And he's met in his tracks. Looks like a gain of about 2 or 3. So 2nd and what should be about 7 yards.
I will say this. I do think the Trojans so far are matching the physicality of these Bulldogs. They're truly not letting the O-line get that much push, and it's coming down to what Emmons and Hendricks can do with the ball, but it's mainly been Emmons today. So I think that's just making it really tough for them because these linebackers at Park Hill are so disciplined of just wrapping up and bringing them down.
So 1 receiver up top, 1 down bottom, tight end on the bottom as well on the line. It'll be a reverse up top. And he is still not down, and a group of Trojans. Bell was kind of there to what looked like not get him to the sideline. It pushed him back in. Hunter Page missed the kind of tackle there. That's something you can't do.
I'm just going to say, great job by Jamari Bell. He set the edge. He didn't let him get to the outside. He made it come inside where Hunter Page was, and he just wasn't able to make a play. Well, he did trip him up, and then Batavia and then a massive Trojans came in and swarmed.
So big 3rd down here. 3rd and 4 forthcoming with 8:10 left in the 1st quarter. Tried to get him to jump, obviously, as he got him earlier, so let's see what he can call up here.
Wouldn't be surprised if this is a run by Carter Temple, and I think we have
There's
some
a flag.
I think this is
on
coming
the play.
back on the O-line.
It will be. False start. There you go.
Now this is going to change the play call a lot because I was expecting that run from Carter Temple. Now I think they go to the air again.
Now you got to stay disciplined on the outside. You got to, I'm Demarion Ford. I'm DJ Bronson. I'm Elijah Koval. Caden Williams down bottom. Matthew Aguirre coming out in coverage. I have to stay on my man, not let him get that 1st down. And I wouldn't be surprised, early in this game, Kearney goes for it even. Yeah, they are around midfield, but let's see what they do. Right about where they started, 3rd and 9 after the false start. He's going to roll left, stepping, throwing to Best. He does not have it. There's a flag on the play. Looks to be PI on Elijah Koval.
Yeah, Elijah Koval just a little bit too much contact there. Didn't really look back for the ball exactly. Just a little bit too much there.
And that's been kind of their killer. They've had that's their 3rd in 3 weeks. And 2 of them have been on Koval in back-to-back weeks, but
still no signal yet.
Still no. I mean, there was that flag obviously thrown in.
But we're going to see if they pick this up.
Yes, they will.
Yes, they will.
They're trying to measure the obvious spot of the down. And the ball will be on the 39 on that left hash after the PI call up top. Looked like he's trying to go on that post route, and that's just kind of a mental mistake. Coach Primus, I guarantee you, he gets on that sideline, he's going to rip Eli a new one. But, good for him. He needs that. That's good coaching right there. Give. Spins off of one, and a group of Trojans are there corralling to him. Looks to be Emmons with the carry.
It's about a 4 or 3 yard gain for Emmons. Not much working there for him, though, as the Trojans keep on just swarming to him. And there's not a lot of push being given up front by the O-line.
And that's hardly invaluable by that's very good by the defensive line. The defensive line, yeah, the O-line's trying to make holes, but then those linebackers have to funnel down. So it's kind of that front 7 that's really playing their roles and doing really, really well so far early in this game. So tight end down bottom, 2 receivers up top. They're going to do a screen, and wow, Demarion Ford. What are we, in ELA class? He read that like a book.
I mean, what a play by Demarion Ford. That is not what I've exactly seen from this Trojans defense this year. That kind of aggressiveness, just reading the play and attacking. What a great play, Demarion Ford. And now this entire mode of this drive after that penalty has switched into the Trojans' favor. What a play.
Koval comes off. Williams goes up top on that short side. Dante Dixon checks in for Koval. And it'll be 3rd and 11 after the huge play coming downhill by Demarion Ford.
Hendricks, Best, and Way all down bottom, the receivers for Kearney.
Motion the back. He's going to try and get him on a wheel. Looks to scramble. He's going to try and hit the sideline. He will. And looks to be first down.
No, they're marking him a little bit short. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds, and it's going to be about 4th and 3 or 4. I thought he stepped out of bounds from my angle.
Looked at about 25 in that area. But
that isn't a huge issue for the Trojans. You got to keep you contained with this guy. You can't let him get outside to the numbers.
You play like you're covering Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen. No, he's not Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, but you don't try and sack him. You try and contain him and keep him in the pocket while making him uncomfortable.
Today is a day where you have to trust your secondary.
Yes.
This is not a D-line. We're going to have a field house today. It's going to be
a QB draw. Try and turn it, and Bronson, after trying to, as he tries to get stiff arm, he doesn't because he's in the weight room, and brings him down. So it'll obviously be first down Bulldogs after a good run on that QB draw.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that today. As I said on the previous 3rd down and 4 before the false start penalty, when they went 5 wide, I said I wouldn't be shocked to go QB draw here, and I think that we're going to see a lot of that as Carter Temple. He's just such a big man, and he's so hard to bring down.
And it's a smart call by Coach Minnick, bringing everybody by getting that 5 wide. You bring the defense, you stretch it out, and now it's just everybody up front. It's a 5-on-5 kind of matchup because you have your O-line. So we give to the back there. Looks to be a gain of 3 or 4. 2nd down, Bulldogs.
Saquon Copeland on the tackle again. I wouldn't be shocked if Saquon Copeland, Louis Van Batavia, and Matthew Aguirre all have plus 15 tackles today.
Yeah, especially, against those run-heavy teams. We are going to see, like we've seen, the shorter pass. We have seen a long ball, but we're going to see those shorter passes, and mainly you're going to see the run game. So they will be very, very vital today. Oh, in the air! Intercepted! DJ Bronson! Bring it back! He is taken down by Carter Temple. That's his first varsity interception. What a play by DJ Bronson.
Wow, what a play by DJ Bronson. I can't recall who tipped that, but what a play. DJ Bronson just forced to the ball, a drive killer for Kearney. And now the Trojans have the ball at the 49-yard line.
And I've been talking to DJ, all, spring, been talking to him all summer. Heading into this year, he was so mad last year he did not get that interception. He was he was an MVP on that defense. You couldn't throw his way. They move him back to safety, the tip ball up in the air by one of the linebackers. He comes in and he's there, and there you go. That's how you get your first varsity pick and give it to the offense with very good field position in Bulldog territory. Thomas back to pass. He's gonna go to the back. Irving, and good gain. Hit kind of low, but should be a gain of about 6 or 7.
And that's what you have to do with Caden Irvin. He goes low because he's got that big upper body. You got to go low on him, and it turns him into a spin cycle there at the end. But a 6-yard gain and a good pickup for the Trojans. This is what Coach Reynolds said that they have to do today.
So it'll be 1 up top. It'll be 3 down bottom, the tight end even. They're going to go tight end set. It'll be Quinn Watson in there. Thomas steps up, fires to Dixon. He has it for a house call. Touchdown, Trojans.
What a throw by Zane Thomas right into the bucket of a wide-open Dante Dixon. I'm going to say this. There's about 2 guys who want to cover on this Park Hill defense. It's going to be Dante Dixon, and it's going to be Braylon Agee. You kind of left one of them wide open by about 5 yards.
And you can't give you can't give Dixon even 1 or 2 yards of space because he has that agility and he has that quickness. That's very, very vital. So PAT forthcoming. Watson to snap. Haney to hold. Witzke to kick. Snap. Hold. Kick. Up and through. It is 7-0 with 4:33 left in the first.
Let me say this. That is also so huge for the defense because now it was a 2-play drive. So now the offense for Kearney is going to be so tired. The running backs, they're gassed. They have ran the ball out. It's been grindy football on their first drive. I mean, what was their first drive? A 6-minute drive or so?
Yeah.
And they didn't score? That's heartbreaking. So now they got to come back out and do it again.
And, I mean, I'm hearing it. I'm feeling it from in the booth. Not just the student section, the cheerleaders. Everyone is lively in this game. They are very in it, and they want to win it, obviously. But, I mean, I saw Coach Ryder coming through, and he was walking up. He's like, let's go. Let's get up. Let's get hype. You know, we just got to pick, and we just got a long touchdown on a 2-play drive.
I mean, I have not heard Preston Field get this loud in quite a while. Maybe since about December of last year.
I haven't heard him get this loud since they beat Oak Park last year to win their conference.
I mean, this place is loud for homecoming. Zane Thomas Teague from the right hash this time.
So a little difference. Let's see what he can do here on his second kickoff attempt.
This one's in the air, got a chance to return.
Catch it about the 6, and breaks off of one man, looks to be taken down inside the 30. They'll mark him down at about the 27-yard line. You know, I just saw Charles Treschert fly out of there. He was in there. I mean, he looked to be a flyer there. I mean, he just laid that hit, kind of just missed. It was a little shoulder hit. It was a little arm tackle. It wasn't really shoulder. If he had shoulder there, woof.
I mean, just barely, but you know that did not feel good for the return of that much. That's still not feeling good when you have a guy flying that hard and right into the gut.
I mean, never feels that good.
So now we have a new formation that we haven't really seen much of today. It's mainly been those 2 backs behind Temple. Not right now.
So let's see what they call here. They have a hidden tight end who'll go to block. They're going to give to the back. And Ford. Good hits. Ford, it was Emmons on the carry. So second down for the Bulldogs.
Still a good run for Emmons, but Aguirre, he almost got there. He was on the edge. He set the edge, I thought, pretty well. He just didn't get there in time. Didn't get off the block. Tried to make a diving play for like a shoestring tackle. Just couldn't get it. And then Ford leads the boom at the end, but still an 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So 2nd and 2. They're going to give him. He will get that first down, taking him out down about the 42-yard line.
Now this is what we kind of don't want to see. Now they're getting those 8 yards, 10 yards. Because the defense also with that 2-play drive, they are weary. They are tired up front.
Yeah, they had a long drive. But the thing is, these Trojans are very conditioned. I'm seeing them in practice. They're always doing quick stuff because they know this. Their defense will get those quick ones, those turnovers after a long drive. Then the offense will come out and score just like it did. So let's see what they do here. We give to Emmons. And taken down, just maybe gets back to the line. 2nd and long now.
I think that was Ford again on the tackle.
He's playing out of his mind right now.
I mean, I like how much physicality I'm seeing by the defense. And as I said in the NKC game, I hated how the defense has played. 69-51, that was ugly in my mind. I like to see defense. I'm liking how this ball game's playing out for Park Hill right now.
And let's hope they stay that way. We give up the middle, and he'll get about 2. I mean, at the end, they blew it dead, but Jamari Bell threw him back. That was Hendricks on the carry. So it'll be 3rd and 7 now.
Yeah, that was Hendricks on the carry, but that was about the entire Trojans defense on the tackle. I mean, just the linebackers, the D-line, and the corners, they all flooded right to the middle, only for a 2-yard gain. So in 2 plays, they've only gotten 3 yards, now 3rd and 7.
So again, Koval checks out, Dixon checks in. So 3rd and 7 now. I opt to see the pass here as we see 2 receivers up top, 2 down bottom, the lone back. And it'll be a screen to him. And Wow. Very good play. Very good play. I mean, watching his tape, I saw a lot of those screen plays. It didn't matter the down. He is very physical. He'll hit you, and he'll move around you, and he'll let his block set up. He is very patient. I mean, that was Corbin Evans on that. And we saw in that pregame show, we were talking about him, and he is very, very good with the ball in his hands. Once he gets that open field, he's just like Dixon we were mentioning earlier. Once he kind of finds open grass, he hits it, and he hits it hard.
I was about to mention, like, this is something we talked about in the pregame show. He's used in the passing game. He's used in the running game. He's physical. He's shifty. And as we saw in the pregame show, that screen pass that he took for a touchdown about happened right there.
But Copeland tracked him down. It'll be a QB draw. He's going to try and turn the corner. And again, Demarion Ford hits him. Kind of talking something.
Flag flies loose, though. So we have a flag on the play near the line of scrimmage. So I'm thinking that this might be coming back as holding.
So someone lost their laundry. It will be holding.
And Amori Anderson, the senior, will check in.
For Trent Techamai. Big Trent.
Yeah, and now he's being replaced by a smaller Amari Anderson. Not quite as big as Trent.
So, I mean, you have to. I'm either seeing QB draw here, or I'm seeing pass. I'm not seeing a give to the back, especially on first and 20.
I'm seeing screen pass.
I see that. That's what I'm saying.
I'm seeing they go back to screen pass, or I am still seeing a run. I actually am. I'm still seeing this run. Possibly haven't gained about 5 yards, make it 2nd and 15.
Trying to orbit. It'll be Emmons, patient, and a group of Trojans is just there, and kind of a late hit there on Ford by Travis Jarrett. He's a little. He might be just a little mad for the hit that was made on the sideline to his QB, trying to protect him, but I mean, he's making plays. You can't be mad at him.
Ford is flying around, maybe with a little bit too much energy. May give him a penalty at one point if he does that again, what he did to Temple on the sideline, because that might have been a little bit of a late hit. But hey, it's football. It's physical.
You have pads on for a reason. Ooh. So it'll be 5 up top. 4 up top, and then so it'll be screen. He's going to throw. And again! DJ Bronson! Did he join ELA as well? Read it like a book. What a play!
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Sam Way just got that ball ripped out of his hands, like taking candy from a baby by DJ Bronson, ripping it out of his hands for a second interception on 2 straight drives inside the 30-yard line.
I mean, all I can assume is both Ford and DJ have A's in weights, and they must have A's in ELA class.
I think we're already seeing our 2 stars of the day early in Ford and Bronson.
So let's see what the Trojans can do here. I mean, you gotta put points on the board, especially against a very good opponent in this Kearney Bulldogs. 106 left in the first. Be a give to Easter, trying to make something. Oh, keeps running, keeps rumbling, and he was hit kind of behind the line and got a gain of about 2 there.
I really liked how patient he was. He stayed patient, waited for that gap to open, because at the start there was nothing, and then it parted like the Red Sea at the end, and there was a running lane, and then he cut it back again to get about 2 extra yards, I would say.
Back to pass, Thomas. It's going to be a screen to Easter. He'll get upfield, and he'll get him about gain of another 2, so it'll be 3rd down and what looks to be 5 for the Trojans on the left hash.
St. Thomas on this season, he's thrown for already 833 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4 INTs, and in rushing, the rushing leader for this team has 127 yards, and that's Caden Irving. They have 4 rushing touchdowns in total. Now, Thomas
rolling left. He's going to fire. He's going to have a wide open Dixon. Bobbled, catches. They're going to say that is. Reynolds looks confused.
They're going to say no catch here.
Whoa.
I swore I saw a foot in, but maybe they said maybe the foot that was out of bounds, maybe landed first.
I mean, I got a doctor that can give him LASIK. Check those eyes. But 4th down, 2 seconds left, so this will be the last play of the first quarter. AG to punt. Where the protector.
So Braylon Agee, who is also tied for most receiving touchdowns this season with Dante Dixon, who is actually now losing in receiving touchdowns to Dante Dixon after that.
Bobbled. Caught it about the 28, 29. He's going to try and turn it back the other way. He's down the sideline, and Agee has him. So it'll be the end of the first. A lot of things I'm seeing right now from those Kearney Bulldogs, they're getting mad at the hits, but they're lowering their head to receive the hit, which is something you see a lot of running backs do, which is something I question a lot. Like, why are you questioning your hits you're receiving, but you're also lowering your head to get more head hits?
I was like, that's like saying I'm mad that Patrick Mahomes got hit when he lowered the shoulder to lay the boom on that Eagles defender this weekend, but like, you're asking for it.
Yeah.
But hey, maybe that's just mind games with the Trojans, but I guess I just don't understand it. I mean, I'm not the brightest out of the bunch, but
so
maybe neither are these Kearney Bulldogs.
Maybe. So, a good return there. Very, very good return by Cale Tucking. So, they're kind of outside. They look to be right at the red zone at what looks to be the 20-yard line. As let's see what Carter Temple and company have for this offense. They haven't done much. They've had those plays, they've had those moments, but they've also had the non-moments, like the 2 picks for Bronson already.
I was saying, now here's where they struggle. Inside the 30-yard line. You're starting in the red zone at the 20-yard line. You gotta capitalize here and tie up this ball game. Anything less is a win for Park Hill.
Yeah. We saw Cale, we saw Tucking. He caught that ball inside the 30, about the 27 or 28-yard line. He took it all the way back to the other 20. So that's a really good return. If you're not able to get and capitalize on this, it'll be kind of a mistake. But bunch formation for the Bulldogs. You guessed it, give to the back. And Ware hit him at first. So Ware must have a B in ELA.
I saw him slap the turf in frustration. He knew that he has to make that play. He had him wrapped up, and he just couldn't bring him down, which, as a big man like himself who prides himself in being disciplined and being a team leader, he knows that he has to make that play, as now that was only about a 2-yard loss.
So 2nd and 12. We have 3 men up top. A lone tight end on the line down bottom. Running back in the backfield is Hendricks. They're going to pitch it to him. Oh, that's Emmons, excuse me. And initially hit again. You guessed it, Demarion Ford, but then fully taken down by another group of Trojans. 3rd down, Bulldogs.
About a 3-yard gain, so it's going to be about 3rd and 9 from the 19-yard line. Only 2 wideouts I'm seeing, and a tight end. I'm seeing Drew Nelson, and I'm also seeing Best, and I believe that's Way up top, Sam Way.
I did see Koval check out and Dixon check in. They're going to throw the screen down to Emmons. Aguirre, and brings him down. Good play by Matthew Aguirre. We saw Emmons. He tried to turn the corner, and Aguirre, very, very quick for being a linebacker, tracks him down and brings him down. 4th down. I wonder what Coach Logan Minnick, if he'll go for it or if he's going to go field goal unit here.
I kind of got worried there because that little hesitation step by Emmons really worked on Aguirre, and he really kind of got to the outside, which kind of worried me, but then just a great play by Aguirre, and then now that was only what? Did he even get a gain? No,
Looked like he got back to the line.
Yes.
So 4th down, wouldn't be crazy. QB draw here. You got 4 men up top. You have 1 lone man down bottom. And there's a timeout Trojans. They're first. They will remain with 2. So not a bad. You're gonna kind of regroup your guys, give them a little bit of water. They've been on the field a lot so far this game. We've only seen 5 plays from the Trojan offense, give or take. We've seen a lot from that defense. So you got to regroup, especially those bigger boys, the D linemen, Ware, Bell, Techamai, Anderson. They got to regroup. They got to catch their breath for a second, and now stop this 4th down.
I'm also seeing Coach Ryder talking to Ethan Irwin. He's giving him like a little one-on-one. I'm not going to say a true session, but he's more just talking with him like, hey, let's fix this, let's fix that. I just saw them have a good old little 2-minute powwow with each other.
Let's hope it's not a chewing. Let's hope Irwin still stays he's been very, very good so far this year at that left tackle position, stepping up. And the senior tackle did not play last year. It was Tony Inge at left tackle. This year it is the senior left tackle, Ethan Irwin.
So now we're going to see Trent Tachima going to check out.
So he will not be on the field for this 4th down.
Which I completely like because you got to contain the scramble. So we're going to see the smaller and faster Amori Anderson check in for him again. So it's Ware, Bell, and Anderson.
And Bell will move inside. He's been kind of the outside guy, as we've seen Page go on either side. So he's been the outside guy of those 3. He'll move inside, and Anderson will move outside.
There's one place that Carlton is going to run towards. It's going to be towards Anderson. I wouldn't expect him to run towards Ware.
I wouldn't either. That's a strong side, too. 4th down. He's going to roll right, try and cut it back left. He's going to find his tight end, and Caden Williams hits him out of bounds. And that'll be 1st down at the 9-yard line. So 1st and goal.
Pretty good coverage by Hunter Page, but then Carlton just floats it over right into the basket of Drew Nelson.
So Techamai comes back in for Anderson. 1st and goal, forthcoming.
Yep, and now we see the split back again, so here comes the option.
I see Coach either looks to be Rich giving his call. It'll be Emmons with the carry, and the Red Sea will not be parted. Brings him down what looks to be right at the line, maybe a gain of about 1. 2nd and goal.
I believe that there was about 5 Trojans on that wrap-up. I don't even think you got a gain on that. Maybe lost yards, actually. Just a great job flooding to the run. But my issue is with that, at one time, I feel like they're going to all flood down, and then Carter is going to boot it to the outside. So you got to be careful of that. You got to make sure that the ball is in Emmons or Hendricks' hands.
Matthew Lindsay checks in for Hudson Best. So a 3 running back set and some confusion here by Lindsay.
It's 5. No more 5 wide. Now Lindsay in the back.
4 seconds on the play clock. It's going to be Emmons on the carry. He will be down what looks to be at the 1. So 3rd and goal now for the Bulldogs. And they're gonna check out a lineman. They will also check out Lindsay. He'll come out. So 3rd and goal now. Ooh. Is it a tush push potentially?
No, interesting formation. All 3 backs lined up to the left of Temple.
He's gonna run it left. He's gonna try and push it. And
he's in.
He is in. Touchdown. Touchdown Bulldogs. So I was right. A little tush push. I mean, you can tell what I'm seeing a lot is they're very predictable of what you see the formation, you know what they're going to do. If they're tight, they're going to run the football. We already know they're a run-heavy team, but you see that play call, you shift and you try and get Ware on that side because that's the strong side.
So but we will see the tight end Drew Nelson kick the PAT.
Here we go. Snap, hold. Oh, almost blocked by Bronson. And I've talked to Devin Witzke and Medina Coy, the 2 kickers for the Trojans, and they have said when kicking, it is one of the hardest things they have to do in practice. Not because of the stress, trying to get it through the uprights. It's because of Bronson off the edge. He gets around there, and when he was banged up a few weeks ago, there was PATs and field goals being made. So he's a huge asset, not just on the defense, but right there on the PATs and the field goals.
I was like, we saw Drew Nelson bang a 40-yard field goal, but also in practice on Wednesday, I saw Devin Witzke bang a 40-yard field goal off the crossbar.
Got a leg. No wind though to help him tonight. Either QB, as the flag over near the baseball field has been in standstill all night.
So like during the national anthem, I couldn't even tell if there was a flag there because it was hiding behind the pole. So
first kickoff for the Bulldogs. It'll be Grant Boger to kick off. Looks to be a lefty kicker. Kind of squib it. And Ware has it. He's going to try and turn the edge. And he's still rumbling. Jonah Ware. What a return. He's hype getting up. I mean, hype. I saw him. I got to interview him last week, after the big win at Staley. And I got to ask him, how'd it feel to get a kick return? He didn't really get one last year, and this year hasn't really got one. And he said it was one of the better feelings because he had the ball in his hand and he just felt like a little kid again.
So you want to know something weird how we were talking about how predictable they are? You want to know what they worked on practice on Wednesday?
What?
Jonah Ware receiving a kickoff and him taking it to the right. They were practicing that, and I can't remember whoever runs up on the opposite side of Ware, they were also practicing him, and they were also practicing like dead man drills. Like, all right, I'm not taking it. Dixon, you take it from behind me. You run up off the bounce, get it. Or Leonard, you take it. Or Robert. It's all of these guys. That's what they worked on.
So it'll be motion and then give to Dixon on the end around, and he'll get about, looks to be 3 yards, 2nd and 7 for the Trojans.
So here's what I'm starting to see. I think that how they got stopped last drive was because of a call. Now, how we stopped Kearney is because of our defense. They're really struggling, I feel like, against our defense. I feel like that we're not struggling that much. We're kind of constantly moving the ball forward, 2 to 3 yards, 2 to 3 yards. But then also with Kearney, we're stopping them on some plays.
So 5 wide, Thomas stepping up. He's going to hit Dixon in stride. He's going to turn the corner, cut back, spin off a man, and taken down inside the 35-yard line. Looks to be the 33, to be exact.
I was in pain for Dixon. He kind of took a gut shot off that spin move. He turned around, and the guy was right there lowering the shoulder into the gut. Way to take a hit, Dante Dixon, and another first down.
So first down for the Trojans. So it'll be Dixon and AG down bottom. It'll be a screen to Leonard up top. And it was Minder and Watson to block.
Might have saw a flag fly. I'm trying to tell if I did or if it was just a towel. I believe
it was. It was a holding call. Someone lost their little washcloth. Little handkerchief.
Except it's yellow. So the Trojans will now be 1st and 20, and now we will see Leonard check out. And Quinn Watson is checked in.
He's been in.
Sorry,
he was up there blocking.
Sorry,
it was Roberts to check in. Roman Roberts
has checked in.
So 4 receivers set down bottom. Dixon in the backfield. Roberts is the bottom man. They're going to throw a screen to Dixon. He's going to try and turn the edge, and he'll get a good gainer.
I didn't even notice he was in the
little
back.
fighting on the sideline. Roberts getting in it with Brad Dahl. Dahl looked to kind of shove him, and Roberts obviously retaliated. I would too. You don't get shoved around and just take that.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that Dixon was on the backfield in that play. I feel like that we should have saw that coming from a mile away, seeing him in the backfield.
So Roberts and Minder check out. Irving and Leonard come in. It'll be AG and Dixon up top. Watson and Leonard down bottom. Irving the lone man in the backfield. Oh, little fake high snap. I like that.
Not sure if it worked.
4 yards is 4 yards, no matter how you get it.
I think it did draw a DN kind of outside, like, oh, ball's over, and I don't. But 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 9, so manageable for the Trojans.
Yeah, and I'm a DN. I feel like if I'm a DN, I'm like a caveman, like, ooh, ball. I go ball. You think you just go, and that's why you see a lot of DNs kind of jump. You don't really pay attention to the ball. You just pay attention to what you hear. Thomas rolling right, and AG!
Ball just dropped after a big hit. Wow. By Connor Reed.
We're seeing big hits on both sides.
Connor Reed and Damian Carter were on that
and
play.
AG is still down.
Yeah,
he took a big one. He was in the air as he caught it and then got hit. Kind of a hospital pass, to say the least. So he is down. The 6'4" man, he is very lengthy. He's very, very, very lengthy. He's not like 6'4", 240 pounds. He's 6'4", maybe 180 pounds.
And we're going to see the offense stay out.
They might try and get them to jump, maybe get a shorter field goal. Or I would see a Roger call, which is a punt by Zane.
Yeah, and Braylon Agee, this is a huge loss for the Trojans if he cannot continue, as he is the number 2 wide receiver for the Parkville Trojans, as he has 18 receptions, 297 yards, and 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, and 3 of them came against NKC. He had 1 against Rockbridge, 3 against NKC. He was lighting up, and he had 100 yards even last week. He 2 straight 100-yard games for Agee, and that's your starting punter, so that's a huge hit. He's got a boot on him. And the NIU commit looks to be kind of on a knee, maybe standing barely, hunched over. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him because he kind of caught it and then turned, and it was kind of right in the stomach, right in that area.
I'm kind of going that that's what that is because I just saw one of the coaches, and I believe it was Agee, his dad, just kind of points to the stomach like wind, because I know that did not feel good.
Yeah, receiving a helmet to the stomach at full force does not feel good whatsoever. 5:47 left in the second quarter. 7-all. 4th and 8 forthcoming for the Trojans. Still elongated injury timeout.
Yeah,
Braylon
I really
Agee.
do think that this is just a wind getting knocked out, but it could definitely be something way more serious. Yeah, he's up. And I'm not seeing a limp. I'm seeing nothing. I'm thinking it's just the wind.
Maybe wind and then kind of hit the floor, hit the deck a little hard.
I would agree. I'm thinking more concussion protocol right now.
Say your name. Spell your name. That's what they're asking him.
I was able to talk to Agee yesterday about tonight's game, and he was so motivated about tonight's game. He had so much passion talking about tonight's game, and I really want him to have a big game tonight, and I hope he does, and I hope he can return because he is so huge in this offense. So 5 wide. I wouldn't be shocked if this is a QB punt.
So it'll be Roberts, Minder, and Watson up top. Leonard and Dixon down bottom. They're gonna run it. Gets away. Lofting end zone. Dixon. Oh! Off the hand. Couldn't get the other hand up. Tried to go right hand. No avail.
Overthrown by Zane Thomas.
Ooh.
Just too much. And what a play by Zane still. He avoided a defender.
I mean, really good play.
Dixon,
really good play.
Up. Pretty good. Dixon just either had to be a little bit faster or just put 2 hands up because, I mean, wow. That close to making it 13-7.
So Koval checks back in. He's up at the top of your screen. Williams down bottom, obviously. Techamai still back at D tackle.
I wouldn't be shocked if this might be one of the last drives of the half if Kearney can make that like their first drive. Make that long-lasting drive.
There's
flies.
Laundry down.
Making
lofting deep. And no penalty.
I think
Koval kind of, adjusting from his previous 2 calls.
I think that this is going to be on the defense because I think that was a free play.
So let's see what the call is here.
Yep. Wait.
Illegal shift by the offense.
As I told you, literally, at the NKC game, I really need to work on my ref hand signals. Tried to study them. Didn't know that one.
We'll get you in ref 101ing.
Yeah, I guess I do need to. Maybe I need to have an interview with one of them to figure that out.
We'll get you in a class, Sam. We'll get you in a class.
I might need that. Is that high school credit?
Maybe. We'll work something. We'll work something with Kinchlow.
All right, got it.
We'll get your counselor in on it too.
All right, perfect.
So 1st and 15 after the illegal shift penalty. 1 safety deep is Bronson as we see Ford over at the top covering the receiver. They're going to give it to their back. And it'll be Hendricks on the carry. Gets back to what looks to be the 30-yard line. 2nd and long still coming.
So they interviewed 3 guys this week. Saquon Copeland, Jonah Ware, Braylon Agee. Those are the 3 guys I interviewed. All of them were so passionate about this game. They're so wanting to win this. And Saquon Copeland, he's just been all over on this running game. Every single time there's an inside run, he is stuffing it along with a host of Trojans.
And that's kind of the brotherhood they've built. They call themselves D-Block. They go to dinners together. They host dinners at guys' houses, and they go out together. They're very, very tightly knit, and that's something you love to see from a team. Fake the option. He's going to try and launch it deep to nobody. Good throw.
That should be a flag for intentional grounding. There's nobody in the area. It never reached out of bounds. He never left
The pocket.
And there it is.
Yeah, there it is. There you go. Good call. Maybe you don't need reffing 101.
Maybe I don't.
Maybe you just need hand signals 101.
I agree.
Maybe just hand signals 101. So
Trent Tachima gets a loud cheer as he comes to the sideline.
Big Trent. Love Trent. He is a very good personality to be around. Always fun to have in class. But Anderson will check in for him. Page will come off, as we'll see Roberts and Dixon come on. No, they thought it was their punt. That's why it ended up happening. They thought it was 4th down, but it is 3rd and a country mile.
So here's where I'm expecting this. Throw up a shot, hope for pass interference, or hope that they can come down with it somehow.
Then you punt. So let's see what they can do here. They have to get all the way to the 42-yard line. They're on the 20. They're going to throw a screen. They're going to pitch it back to the back, and
Little hook and ladder.
looked like the play a few years ago. Kelsey to LaShawn McCoy. He caught against the Lions, hooked it back to McCoy, but the difference there is it was successful. This one wasn't.
And it was designed.
Yeah, that one wasn't.
That
one wasn't.
We've all heard the story, I think.
Social media does work wonders.
But hey, that's the second drive that was killed by penalties. Back-to-back drives killed by penalties.
So we will see Anderson and Page come off for the punt returners, Roberts and Dixon. And I was talking to Roman earlier today. He said they're implementing a new kind of punt formation. They used to only use Dixon back there, but they want to try and get the ball in the row to Roberts' hands. And what was that, a kickoff? That was very, very, I've never seen that before.
Well, I don't think they have a punter because, again, that was their tight end kicker and now punter, Drew Nelson. I don't think I've ever seen that one before.
I've only seen that when it's really windy. On kickoffs, I've seen it when it's really, really windy and you can't really do nothing. So you got to have a guy just sit there and hold it. I've never seen it on a punt. I've never seen a hold on a punt.
I would think that would be very difficult because you got to get it over all these guys and you got to get it high and deep.
Yeah. Not a bad kick,
not a bad kick at all. I'm not going to disprove their idea.
Good kick by Drew Nelson, but let's see what the Trojans can draw up here. 3:46 left in the half. 7-7 all. So it'll be one man up top, 3 down bottom. Agee is back in the game. They're going to throw to him. He's going to try and turn the edge. Whoa. Come on. Don't do that.
I think he just slipped, but tucking, I think he saw that as different. Luke tucking kind of got into a little bit of a shove there with Braylon Agee.
It's something I'm kind of seeing from both sides. It's like little shoving, and it gets to a point. It gets to a point. You kind of grow out of it.
And of all the guys in the offense, I would say I'm not wanting to get into a shove match with is Braylon Agee. He's big, pretty big.
Good carry by Easter there. And it'll be 3rd down for the Trojans. Ball on the 39-yard line. Looks to be 3rd and 3. You're good now. So one man down bottom is Agee. Watson, Dixon, and Leonard up top. Irving, the back in the backfield. Back to pass, Thomas. He's going to go to Irving. Going to try and get it upfield. He will get the first down as he barrels forward. We see Clayton Baxter getting over there, the right guard. He's getting downfield. Good. Way to hustle. Way to hustle, Clayton Baxter.
Yeah, I'm a teammate with Clayton Baxter in wrestling, not in football. I'm not a football player, as we can see. I'm up here in the booth commentating and watching it. But he's such a good guy. He really brings intensity to everything he does. I see him in the practice room every day in wrestling in the winter. and every single time he comes out, he's sweating like a dog.
So screen, Dixon, and hanging onto the jersey, still gained, 3 yards after it?
Yeah, I think that's a 5 or 6 yard gain, and now it's second down and 4
and 3.
So a 7 yard gain.
There you go.
I can do math.
So Watson just off of right tackle Jays Anderson. We will see Dixon and Leonard down bottom with AG up top. It's going to be a give to Irving. Patient and hit hard, but looks to maybe get there.
No, I think this is going to be about third and 1.
He
has it.
They're going to try and measure it. They're going
Well,
to
the ball looks like it's at about the 48 and a half yard line, but
there's the call.
I was like, because the marker was at the 49.
So first and 10, 1:32 left in the half. I mean, I'm the Trojans. You gotta get a field goal here because you do get ball at half.
Yeah,
you gotta at least score.
I would say their target line is about the 25 yard line. That's where I saw Devin making kicks with ease, and he likes it on the left hash. It's where he felt good with it.
So another screen to Irving. He's going to cut it upfield. He's going to get what looks to be a gain about 2. Clock just over a minute, about to get under it. Leonard for Roberts.
Trojans have 2 timeouts, I believe.
They do. Kearney has all 3 still, which is very surprising to me.
50 seconds to go. Still haven't even gotten up to the line of scrimmage yet.
Minder does check out for Irving, so it looks to be a very heavy receiver set.
45 seconds.
So yes, it is. As Dixon and AG up top, Minder, Roberts, and Watson down bottom. Thomas stepping up. He's going to roll right. He's going to throw, and he's just going to go to the sideline. That's how you throw to the sideline. There's at least a man in the area, and you're outside that pocket. 31 seconds left.
Maybe Carter Temple should take notes.
Maybe he should. Got that notepad out on the sideline.
Now, this is a huge down right here. 3rd and 9. You have 31 seconds to go. And
I wonder if you go for it. I wonder if I'm Coach Huggins, what I'm thinking. If I'm getting, about the 40-yard line, I'm going for it.
If you get to the 40-yard line, yeah, go for it. But if you only get like 4 yards here, this is punt because you don't want to give them a chance.
Fake the give to Dixon. And Watson! Nice catch!
Quinn Watson using that tall, lanky body to get up there and make a grab.
Even on the big hit, secures it down and still has it.
No timeout being used because it was a first down, so clock stops until they get to the line of scrimmage.
They will spike it. They do have 2 timeouts remaining. 21 ticks on the clock now.
Which I think I see what they're trying to do. Their goal is to get to about the 25-yard line. Timeout. Then take about 2 shots to the end zone.
And then you go for it. You take your field goal. You go into half. You're up by 3, and you kind of game plan for what the second half should look like.
Which I think that I'm very impressed with how this team's looking because if you haven't heard yet, the head coach, Coach Sims, has been out the last 3 weeks.
And it very much so hit them as a surprise. It was a few hours before kickoff against NKC. That's what kind of I feel like led to that kind of collapse. He's going to throw the screen. I mean, that's a smart drop. You don't hear that a lot. That's a smart drop. You have a man right there in Kale tucking. That's very smart because you have 18 seconds left. Clock doesn't run.
Yeah, I'm like, that's one of those drops that's kind of like, okay, there was nothing there.
Oh.
We're really honestly okay with it, but honestly, Dante Dixon, he can make a play. One-on-one, he can make a man miss. He can.
The only hardship I see there is he's in the air, so he has to land back on his feet and now make a move. But we go back to the Sims thing. He was out just a few hours before kickoff, and I was stunned. A lot of the players were stunned. A lot of the fans were stunned. Everyone was stunned. He's still out due to personal issues that he is resolving.
And that day, I interviewed him.
Yeah, it was a very weird day.
I emailed him and I asked him, hey, is it all right if I interview you during this time? And he said, oh, I'm out of the office. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, that's interesting. And then I learned that he wasn't even going to coach that night. And I'm like, okay, what's going on? And and then I learned about the personal issues.
Thomas to AG on the screen. AG up the field. A ball is out. No way.
Maybe AG is still dinged up.
A little mad. 10 seconds though. I'm surprised I don't see a challenge flag to maybe kind of see if he's down or not. See if a knee was down.
This is terrible for the Trojans.
You gotta go end zone here. Well, you don't really. The big thing here is you gotta go sideline, or you gotta go deep shot to then get your timeout working. So let's see what Carter Temple and this offense have. They're inside their own 10-yard line, 1st and 10 after the fumble recovery. Two backs in the backfield. They're going to give it to him. Going to cut it upfield, and that's been their kind of biggest rush of the day. Going to be 1st down with 3 ticks left.
And this will most likely, timeout.
They did use their first. They do have to get a huge chunk play here. I mean, you got to go in zone. You're 3 ticks left. I'm playing, my Hail Mary defense.
I was like, in comes AG.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can't not. He's 6'4". You put him deep, and that's. But you don't do what happened a few years ago with the Patriots. They put Gronk in on a Hail Mary, and he missed the angle, and Kenyon Drake scored. So you hope that doesn't happen here.
Let's just not put that in our heads at all.
There you go.
Don't even know why we're saying it. And as we come over into halftime, at the halftime, we will unveil the homecoming queen.
I wonder who it will be. I wonder.
Truly do. We will have all this we will have all that coverage on this live stream. Coming up, the last play of the first half, 7-7.
Trojans get the ball next half in 20 or so minutes. You'll see them get the ball back. So yes, we do see AG. We see AG at the 50. We see Ford in the middle on the 50, and we see Dixon up top on the about 45. Kind of playing a cushion coverage. They're going to throw. They're going to hook and ladder again, and taken down by Bronson. So that will send us into the second half. 7-all. Wait a minute. There is a flag on the play. Excuse me. Got ahead of myself.
This is near about where the pass was caught.
So they look to come off the field. Yeah, he picks. Yep, false start.
And illegal man downfield.
Illegal man. Obviously, you decline it because now you take it into the half. 7-all here at Preston Field. The Trojans will receive the ball at the start of the second half.
And let's just do a quick recap of this first half. First of all, the Bronson intercepts on the first varsity interception ever. Gets a tip pick to start out the game. Then a 2-play touchdown drive, capping it off with a deep ball to Dante Dixon with a beautiful throw from Zane Thomas. Then Carter Temple throws another interception that is ripped out of the hands of Drew Nelson by DJ Bronson.
So we will see you at the start of the second half.
Congratulations!
back after the crowning of homecoming queen Ashley Gamez. So, I mean, good matchup here at Preston Field. We have just about 1:40 left before we take second half. Trojans will receive, and it was a good first half. It was kind of like 75-25 Trojans in that first half.
Yeah, so I'm just wanting to go through a quick recap of all the big plays of the first half. So, Zane Thomas had that big first touchdown that came off of a DJ Bronson first ever varsity interception tip pick. Then, second drive of the game for Kearney, another interception by DJ Bronson. Then, we had them finally, Kearney gets on the board with a tush-push-ish running touchdown for Carter Temple into the end zone. And then to end off the half, Braylon Agee fumbles in a crucial spot that would have put him up 10-7 in the half.
So, I mean, as we're here, let's take a look kind of around the area as the Trojans play Raymar Peculiar later this year. And Ray Peck is down 37-0 against the Blue Springs South Jaguars. And we kind of look at the Platte County Pirates, who've been pretty dominant the past 2 years. They went undefeated last year, won state. They're only up 34-21 as their Rocco Marriott, their QB, is only at most played 3 quarters. So let's see if that holds true. And we kind of look, Staley, after losing last week to the Park Hill Trojans on their home field, they're at Blue Springs and they're beating them 21-7. Lee Summit North is losing to Bentonville 21-7. We see the Lee Summit Tigers versus the Liberty North Eagles in a tight one, being 6-7 as the Eagles are up by 1. The NKC Hornets, which we hate to see here at Preston Field, are up 27-7 against the St. Joseph Central Indians. And the Smithville Warriors are up 28-14 on the Oak Park Northmen, along with the Blue Jays at Liberty beating the brakes off the Park Hill South Panthers 42-0. Love to hear that as a Park Hill fan, obviously.
That's what dreams are made of here as a Park Hill Trojan. And let's get this second half underway. 7-all here at Preston Field.
So yeah, let's bring it back in. We were already looking at them. Now let's bring it back. 7-7. Trojans will get the ball to start this second half. Let's see what Thomas and company have for their group of guys.
This is a crucial drive. Why? Because this is setting the tone for the second half right now.
Roberts to return inside the 5. He's going to take it upfield down the sideline. Shoved out of bounds at about the 35. So good return there by Roman Roberts.
I believe
good with the ball in his hands.
I believe it was Drew Nelson, the kicker, who was able to blast a blocker back into Roberts to force him out of bounds.
Good play there. So the Trojans will take control here. It'll be AG, Watson, Easter, Leonard are the weapons, along with Dixon. AG the lone man up top, Easter in the backfield, Dixon, Watson, Leonard down bottom. It'll be a fake to Easter, screen down to Dixon, trying to turn the corner. He will get a good gainer there near the first down marker, and looks to be a first down. Good play there.
There's a great play by Dante Dixon. Good block on the outside by Leonard.
Yeah, really good. Set the edge for Dixon to turn. Even good block by Watson, so Dixon could get that way. So, and I mean, good fake to Irving. Dixon again on a screen pass, another first down, and then some. So good gainer there. They're quick hitting. I mean, we've known the Trojans to be a very kind of deep passing team, and here we are. They're using their quick game.
AG didn't really set the edge, but he more set the inside. He kind of turned the guy outside, drove him outside, let that hole open up, and then Dixon took it for 15 yards.
And it will be a give to Irving this time. He'll get about 6 or 7 yards there. Second down for the Trojans.
Yeah, so great run there. That kind of those last 2 plays, they set it up. They're kind of weary of the play action. Now they finally give it a good run for 6 yards. So now 2nd and 4 on the Bulldogs' 34-yard line.
So AG out, Leonard in. Roberts also down bottom along with Watson and Dixon. Leonard the lone man up top. Irving the man in the backfield. Thomas, QB as always. Faking the give to Irving again. It'll be Dixon on the screen play. Turns it upfield. Makes a man miss and out of bounds First down, Trojans.
One thing I'm continuing to notice, every single time AG comes off the field, he's leaning over, grabbing his ribs, and wincing over in pain. It still is making me think that one hit that he took where he got the wind knocked out of him is still hindering himself.
Maybe it was less of a wind knockout. It was kind of a little higher. It wasn't much stomach area. It was a little more bottom rib area, and you hate to see that. So hopefully he is okay as he's walking with the trainer now over to the training cart. And wow, what a fake! There's a fake to Leonard and a rollout by Thomas for another, you guessed it, Dante Dixon screen.
Quick shout out to the O-line there. Like, that's an RPO that takes time to develop. So Wade did not go down the field, and Wade did not get that illegal man downfield penalty, because that's what you usually see on those plays. The guy goes too far downfield, there's no lineman, you go get the linebacker, and it's a flag.
So it will be another fake to Irving. He was actually tackled on that play. And another give to Dixon. He's inside the 10. There's a late flag.
I think this is going to be holding against Quinn Watson.
Let's see what it is.
Yep.
So this play will be coming back.
It was a good block by Quinn. Quinn just got to the outside at one point, and he tugged on the jersey, which that's where it becomes a problem.
Yeah, you got to stay inside those pads. Can't do anything about it.
It's like, got to stay inside, and he got outside, and I immediately saw it.
Once you feel your hands kind of start to graduate, outside, you got to bring them back and just be disciplined about it. So Minder checks in for Watson.
Minder comes in for Watson, someone we haven't seen tonight.
We've seen him a few times. He's been on those 5 receiver wide. It's been him.
Okay.
Watson, AG, Leonard, Dixon in that 5 wide set. Ball will be on the right hash.
And AG is still talking now to 2 trainers. Head down, doesn't look like anything good. I think he's explaining the pain that he's feeling in his ribs. Questionable to return tonight.
So Minder and Leonard on the ball down bottom with Irving and Roberts along with him. Dixon being the lone man in the backfield. O-line is Irwin, Morgan, Odegaard, Baxter, and Anderson. So 1st and 20 now. Going to give it to Dixon on this little swing route, and he'll get back inside the red zone. Looks to be the 19-yard line for the Trojans.
So going to need one of those big plays that Park Hill has been almost having all night. They've got one, need another one.
They almost had a second one to Dixon on that, post route. Got the right hand up, didn't get that left hand up in time for the secured catch.
AG now with helmet off on the sideline. Trying to keep you guys updated on that injury.
So give to Irving. He'll get a few. And we're going to see Watson check in for Minder.
Watson kind of been on all of these plays. Like, all right, we need our big bodies in there. We need somebody who can go up and get it, make a play. This is essentially touchdown right here. You need the score because it's at the 5-yard line. That's where the first down is. So this really is kind of 3rd and goal.
Really, it's third and long goal. Really long goal.
Yes.
And like you were saying earlier, I mean, this is a good prime kicking position for Devin Witzke, though. Doesn't he like that left hash?
Yes, he does.
Whoa!
Yep, there's the flag.
Nice defense. I mean, nice defense. Ashton Bringus. When I look over, I see ball in the air, and I see Leonard kind of falling over. And I'm like, whoa. And I see another man on top of him. I'm like, okay, there we go.
I see Leonard sliding on his knees, and I'm like, all right, there's got to be something here. And
he tripped. And I
see the jersey tug, and it's just, all right.
So, first down Trojans.
Johnsley, good play by Ashton Bringus. I'd rather go
15 yards, and now you got to plan for
It was holding, so not 15 yards, just 10.
It wasn't even 10. That was 8. Because it was 3rd and 13. Now it's 3rd and 5. Very weird. Very weird. Confusion. Maybe we both need reffing 101.
Maybe we do. Still need the high school credit. And Dixon, they're going backwards. The screenplay does not work. ran it over about 8 times this drive. Don't understand that play call too much.
So Cale Tucking reads it very, very well. And it'll bring out the kicking unit for the first time tonight. So let's see what Witzke can do as Watson to snap, Haney to hold, and Witzke to kick.
Let me just say, that was a good tone setter for the half. For both teams. Kearney showed, all right, we still have some defense, but Park Hill showed, all right, we're able to drive the ball still.
Hooking and no good.
The right hash, not the right spot for Park Hill, and Witzke shanked it.
And so the Bulldog offense will take over. 1st and 10. Ball looks to be right on the 20.
So a huge missed opportunity for the Park Hill Trojans is now, this is new. Usually when we see this 5 wide, it's
QB run.
Yep.
And it's 4 on the bottom. So, and we saw 4 on the bottom or 4 on one side earlier.
And pistol for Temple. No.
We saw 4 on one side earlier. It was a screen, and the 3 guys down bottom went and blocked. So let's see if it is this time. No, it'll be a QB draw. Temple tries to take it. And gain of a few. 2nd down for the Bulldogs. 8:15 left in the 3rd quarter.
But not much doing here for Temple. Temple, I feel like that most of the rushing yards have been from Temple. He's had a few big runs, but that's about it. The initial running game of Dryden Hendricks and Corbin Emmons have not really been there. And now here's the set that they've been in all day, except I believe it's with Hendricks and Lindsey.
So fake the give to him. It'll be Temple to have it.
Nothing working there.
Maybe a gain of 1.
As I believe it was Jonah Ware who maybe got there. Not necessarily a tackle, but I think Carter Temple just went down because Ware just kind of got in front of him and blocked all lanes.
So it'll be 3rd and 3 after the gain of about 2.
So we're going to see this 5 wide again.
2 up top, 3 down bottom. Let's see what they call. I'm again, probably a QB draw here. No. Very, very rare mistake by Jonah as he jumps there. Was anticipating it. And it'll be 1st down, Bulldogs.
Yeah, costly mistake there. Chance to get off the field, 3rd and 3, and you give it up.
So let's see what they can do here.
But Ware will stay in, so it's Ware, Conway, Bell, and
Hunter Page.
As I believe that's Page.
Koval, the DB up top, the corner. Williams down bottom. The 2 safeties are Ford and Bronson.
The 2 studs of the day so far.
And a QB draw, so they did get their original play. And it's stuffed by Saquon Copeland, and a late flag thrown in there.
And this is near where that back block was. I'm to wonder if this is holding.
Yeah, Travis.
Yep, and now they're walking backwards.
Yeah, we saw Travis Jarrett earlier. He kind of late hit Demarion Ford for after a hit on their QB. So it was him there on Jack Conway. So kind of it looks like he lets the emotions kind of get a little bit too much. Got to kind of dial him down and not stay as hot.
Yeah. And also, what a play by Saquon Copeland on that, stopping the big man Carter Temple in his tracks.
So 1st and 20 now. We've seen a lot of penalties today. It's not been a big, offense, defense game. It's been penalties that have kind of controlled things. So let's see what they can do here. It'll be a give to Hendricks. And he'll get a huge gain there. Whoa.
Not what this Trojans defense can allow right now, as they really contained Hendricks in half number 1, which I really liked. They held him to those maximum 5-yard gains. Can't allow that to begin. You got to keep that conservative tackle that I saw in the first half. Now I'm starting to see we're trying to punch the ball out. We're trying to go high. Still got to keep that discipline.
So I look down at the sideline. I see a bunch of guys dapping up Devin Witzke like, hey, you're good, dude. It's kind of our offense. We kind of stalled out. And, yeah, what are you doing? What are you doing? I saw it last play. I didn't mention it yet. But now Cohen Dre is letting the emotions get the better of him. After we saw Hendricks get tackled down. We saw him kind of trip Louis Van Batavia. And now he just keeps shoving Bronson downfield. Last time I checked, if a safety is making a play on an inside run, that's not good. It should be the D-line or the linebackers. The only time the safeties are making that play is if it's, at the third level. And then you're kind of screwed at that point. So I don't know why you're downfield that much as an offensive lineman. But, hey, I'm up in the booth. It's going to be a keeper.
Same outside run that we've seen Temple do all day. And Louis Van Batavia brings him down. With a nice hard hit. But now a drive being put together by Kearney. But we also saw this in the first half. Big drive. Got down to about the 30. Stalled out. Throw a pick. Throw another pick.
And a huge return on that first pick, to say the least. That then
Carter Temple saved this game. Well, I guess he didn't save anything because even on that drive, it was still a touchdown.
But it was pretty huge. So let's see what they can draw up here.
This is where they've been stalling out, about midfield. It's 2nd and 6.
Heavy set up top. They're going to motion one of them. It's going to be a give back. Oh, big hit by Bronson to then bring him down. He hits him initially and keeps holding on to the back. Corbin Emmons, very good hit by Bronson to then continue to hold on as well.
Yeah, I like that hit. And now Dante Dixon will check in for, I believe that is Elijah Koval. Yes, it is.
We've seen this a lot on third down. We've seen a lot of Dixon check in for Koval. And I'm not mad at it. They've started to reincorporate Dante back in on that defense, trying to get them to jump. No avail. See what Coach Minnick has called for them. And Temple going to keep. He'll get the first down. And again, like I was saying earlier, these players look like we're seeing these offensive linemen and even Carter Temple and their running backs. They're getting up in guys' faces after tackling them. But they're initiating the contact by becoming a ram and trying to headbutt everybody.
Yeah. But I will say this. I want to say it was either Trent or it was Jonah Ware who, I believe it was Emmons. He came up to block him, but I think he read it as, he has the ball, and he tackled him.
We saw it last drive on Caden Irving. He went one of those fakes down to Dante. It happened 2 or 3 times. So it kind of eliminates one, but it also eliminates another from the defensive side. And wow, met with a wall of Trojans. Stuffed.
Jamari Bell went low and got the ankles, and then I believe somebody else joined in. There may be a linebacker, and it was Jack Conway, and it was Saquon Copeland.
So, like I was saying earlier, these guys play together. They always go to these dinners. They always are hanging out. They have their group chat. You always have your group chats. They got their specific defensive group chat, and they're always planning hangouts, planning dinners, always. And they work together, and that's something you love to see from a unit. Throwing, it is incomplete. Wow.
I don't see a flag there.
So it looks like he needs LASIK as well.
That's a great play.
Too good of defense.
That's a great play by Caden Williams.
He jumped on ball and he went ball. We saw hand. He had right hand in on the receiver and left hand for ball. Maybe they initiate the right hand as the contact and trying to pull him back, but still.
I didn't see much contact. There was no push, there was no pull, there was no tug.
Yeah, he didn't come here, grab that arm, and pull himself to knock the ball, because if he did, it would have been a pick.
He didn't hinder his ability to catch that ball in any way other than deflecting the ball. I don't get that penalty, but anyways, can't change it now. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line.
2:51 left in the third. So Temple keeps. And a gain of about 5. 2nd down.
Now they're starting to get repetitive with it, like how the Trojans got repetitive with the screen passes. They get repetitive. Now it's the QB run to the outside. Got a lead blocker. Now it's Carter Temple. They're not going to down it because it's 6 yards at least every play.
One thing I've seen, it's just their offense is very predictable. QB run. You have a give to a back. or you have a throw to a 5-yard throw. We've seen 3 deep balls thrown today, so it's not very predictable to say. As the QB is going to run it again is Temple, and bringing him down is Bronson.
And it's going to be about 3rd and 2.
So good play coming downhill for DJ Bronson.
No, it's going to be about 3rd.
Yeah, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. There you go. Now you have to try something. I want to see if they don't get it here, what will Coach Minnick do? Is he going to go for it? Is he going to go for lead of that field goal?
I bet you I can tell you their play call right now. QB run to the left, 2 lead blockers with Emmons and Hendricks.
Someone better bet that.
It's right here.
You got the lead up top. You see it. You pull that defense there. I'd pull Dante that way.
Or it's a
Pull
counter,
the D line.
or you send Carter Temple to the right.
Nope. He does get it.
A little bit more. Carter Temple's just too big.
But again, 3 things they do: QB run, give to the back, or throw of 5 yards. That's all they've done. So I mean, as I'm Coach Rich Reynolds, Primus, I'm reading that, and it's just knowing your assignment, knowing your role, and just going by it. So it'll be 1st down, really 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Here with just under a minute now left in the 3rd quarter. They've used 7 minutes of time just on this drive alone. It's going to be a give to Hendricks. He is down. So 2nd down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, so a good run, good blocking up front. Just was able to get to that 2nd level, which is guaranteed about 5 yards, and he was able to get hit and land and get forward after the hit.
One thing I don't like so far I've seen on this drive is not a lot of subs. We saw in that first half a lot of substitution of that defensive tackle. We've seen Conway out this entire drive. We saw Emory Anderson and Trent Techamai taking 50-50, and we saw Emory.
QB run to the left right now.
And he's stuffed. You can see it too. Yeah, you saw it. If you see them heavy set on the left, they never counter back right, and they haven't done it. So that'll bring the end of the 3rd quarter. 7-all still here, as it'll be Kearney Bulldog football inside the 10-yard line for 3rd and 3 forthcoming.
Yeah. So let's recap that 3rd quarter.
Not much.
Not much really happened. A lot of QB runs by Carter Temple. Missed field goal by Dedmowitski. That was the really big thing. That's about it. Very dominant quarter for Kearney with ball control.
Yeah, they had the ball for 7 minutes, 8 minutes or so. So that kind of hinders your abilities to, hold the football for an elongated period of time.
The other big thing is Brandon A.J. is now questionable to return. As he is still sitting in that same spot, helmet off, head down.
He's trying to get him. I think he's trying to just get himself right, get his body right, make sure he's right.
Hope that's what it is.
Nothing more. So, as we come into the 4th and final quarter, I wonder what will the game plan here now be for 3rd down for the Bulldogs. And I wonder, we're going to pull Conway out, give him a little bit of breather, as he kind of played most, if not all, of that 3rd quarter for the defense. And what are we going to see on offense? 3rd and 2. Ball. So really, it's really 4-down territory, especially in this tight of a ball game. It'll be ball on the left hash. It looks like they're going to do that tush push again. Tush push left, I assume, because of all of the backs.
3rd and 2. 1st down is at the 1-yard line.
Yep. He is stuffed. Good play. When your playbook is very Waffle Housey, it's very easy to read.
Yeah, what does he have, a Waffle House plate? What does he have, the Waffle House menu over there on the sideline?
He's got the All-Star Special, I guess.
Yeah, man. And what am I seeing right here?
Another one. They're going to go for it, 4th and 2. Got to get to the 1.
Preston Field getting loud.
They tried to get him to jump. Let's see what they do. Nope. Look for a counter back right. Nope. He is in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
So Kearney takes their first lead of the game with at the very beginning of the 4th quarter.
Yeah. So PAT forthcoming.
I mean, that is just like the Eagles Chiefs game. It's like running the tush push 8 times in a row.
So let's see what this PAT will hold.
Drew Nelson to kick it. Also the tight end. He's been busy tonight.
He's got a leg on him. He's not kind of knuckles the ball. Snap, hold, kick. Almost blocked is good.
Now that huge kick becomes so huge because now instead of it being a 4-point lead for Kearney, it's a 7-point lead.
I wonder, okay, if I'm the Trojans here, I'm Coach Huggins, I'm Coach Bell on the offensive side, what you do. Okay, let's say you go get this touchdown. Are you going to go for 2? Because we've seen Kearney, they just ate 9 minutes out of the clock, 10 minutes out of the clock. The offense hasn't seen the field since and forever. I mean, I think I'm now 18 years old. And my birthday's in 2 weeks. That's how long Kearney had the football.
I mean, wow. I mean, that's just like one of the huge things now. Because now if Park Hill scores, I think that this is what they have to do. You got to have a really quick drive.
I mean,
And you
not
give
really.
And you give your defense a chance to stop them. And if they don't, you give your offense another chance to score again.
I feel like your best bet.
Or you take off 8 minutes, or
Yeah.
7 minutes, score.
Because
And then you pray that your defense can hold them for about 2 to 3 minutes.
Kearney's really successful drives have been elongated. And that's kind of what I was looking at Staley. Like when I was at Staley last week, their successful drives were long drives. 7, 8 minutes as I was at that game. And it's just very weird as we see a squib kick again to Jonah. Let's see what he does here. Rumbling. He'll get down to about the 35-yard line.
And I'm just going to say this, I think that they only have one pass completed 5 yards downfield.
Because it's a very, very predictable offense.
All they've completed passes are this, screen passes, which has been about 3. And then they've had about 1. They had that one out route at the very beginning of the game that was tipped. Mind that. It was tipped into the arms. So it makes me wonder if those 2 picks to start out the game really question their play calling for the rest of the game.
If it
it's
really,
like,
yeah. If
hey,
it
do we
limited
really-
that pass.
If it's like, okay, now we have another threat. They have a pretty good DB, and we're going to get out physical in the second.
AG back in the game. Roberts juggles, has the ball, and near that first down marker.
It's going to be about a yard or inches short.
Very, very short. I mean, way to concentrate on that football, Roberts, as Zano's rolling right, had to get it out quick, make sure I maybe just wasn't ready, as we're going to see Minder come out. No, I was wrong. AG was not in. He still sits on the side, sits on the bench.
AG has not moved. I think he's might be done for the rest of the day.
Which sucks to see. So
huge loss for the Park Hill Trojans.
Irving the backfield. He's gonna be the dump off man. He will get the first down. He leg.
Turf monster.
He gets him.
Whoa, we're not giving us the first here. It's going to be 3rd down in inches now. Maybe
not
an
even
inch.
a nanometer. You could stick. There's a playing card difference between the first down and where the football is.
Yeah.
If that. And stuffs him behind the line. And I'm Coach Huggins. I'm going for this, especially 9 minutes, and we just saw a 10-minute drive.
This is go.
No, they won't. This is the punt team.
Put trust into the defense. But who will punt? No
Zane
Braylon
will
Agee.
stay back He was very confused, and he will stay on. So here we go. Here's Zane in the punt. Up in the air. Nobody back there. It's going to hit. It's going to roll. Oh, coming back. Didn't get the favorable bounce.
So about the 18-yard line or 17-yard line, the Bulldogs will take over in the most important drive of the game so far.
So let's see what QB draws they can draw up and gives to the back they can do here.
So I wonder what the first play will be.
Bet the house on run.
Bet the house on a QB run to the left with Emmons and Hendricks lead blocking.
No. Don't bet the house yet. Don't bet the house. I see a receiver out wide yet for the first time since the beginning of the third quarter.
We'll be able to tell if it's that run, but no, this is not that
Looks
run.
like it's going to run right.
Why? Because Emmons isn't down low like he is on all those QB runs.
Yep. It's going to be a give to him.
No, that's to Hendricks.
Good gainer there. Second down for the Bulldogs.
Emmons lead blocking, Hendricks running, and the hole opened up and he cut it back for 5 yards.
So let's see what they can draw up here. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard carry by Hendricks. And one thing I'm seeing is a lot of confusion on the Bulldog side of what the play call is, of when Carter Temple is trying to call it out. Is this cheerleading and student sections in this game very loud, and it's very hard for them to hear. So
a lot of shifting going on the D-line.
You guessed it, give to the back, missed by Ware, but everyone else is there.
I don't think where he missed, I just don't think he was able to get the complete wrap up. He went for the legs.
There you go. So
Dixon will check in.
Cove will check out.
This is what we're seeing on third downs now.
3rd and 4.
I wonder what we see here. And now we're going to keep.
There's 3 play calls. There's 3 I can guess from.
Oh yeah, here it is. Look, you got him down low right here. That is Lindsey. Lindsey down low. 2 backs in the backfield. Linemen shift over. They're ready for it.
Temple. He's going to keep it. He's going to pitch it. Missed by Ford. Does not get it. 4th down for the Trojans. A huge stop.
Didn't even get a yard. May have went backwards.
Huge stop. So what do they call the punt team on? No, will not. They're going to go for it on 4th and 4.
Well, I'm seeing a lot of new personnel come in. I'm trying to read what this is. So we got
there's their other back. Yep, Lindsey.
We have Lindsey. We have Hudson Best. The split back again.
So 4th and 4. Probably going to try and get them to jump. Of course, doesn't work.
No jump. Student section loud.
Student section in it. 4th and 4. 7 left in the 4th.
No
tries to get him to jump again.
Timeout. Here out will come now. Out will come the punt team most likely.
I mean, you never know.
Discipline for the Park Hill Trojans.
Yeah.
4th and 4 coming up after this timeout.
I'm Coach Reynolds. I'm Coach Rich. You know, I'm coaching up my team, and I'm looking. I'm saying, hey, it doesn't matter what they say. They could say whatever they want. The QB can say whatever he wants. You watch the ball as a defensive lineman. You know, you're getting your 2-point, you're getting a 3-point, you may be getting a 4-point. You look for ball and you watch it. You see ball move, you can go. Because you can't fake a snap. You know, you can't cock it back. That's a false start. That's a false start in the center. Usually it doesn't happen a lot, but we do see it from time to time, little mess ups happen. But I wonder if Coach Minnick has sort of that QB punt formation, like maybe he tries to get another jump here and he doesn't get it, you see the punt? Maybe, but.
Okay, so I'm seeing Sam Way.
Are they going to hold it again for a punt?
Yes, we are. There we go.
Something you don't see a lot of. It's
out
very weird.
Dixon and Roberts back to return.
Go ahead and block it. This is where you need DJ Bronson to get through.
Look at this. We are lining up a punt. We're doing the lineup for a field goal kick.
Yeah, field goal from way downtown.
NFL record.
Anybody record. So up in the air.
Short kick.
Roberts will have to come in on it. He's going to cut back.
Outside.
Missing. Has a try and has a lane and stumbles, but has his legs and taken down. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Yes. Flag flies. Good flag, because that's a horrible play. Horrible play by Hudson Best. You already took him down. What are you trying to play? What are you trying to play wrestling for? We're not sport. Yeah, wrong sport, wrong season. That's in the winter. We're in the fall still. It's still a crisp 50 to 60 to 70 degrees outside. It's not 30. Yeah, that is you gotta be better than that. Yeah, you took him down. You don't have to throw him around like a rag doll. Come on.
Coach Garner, who's right next to us, he knows a lot about wrestling. He was also a wrestling coach.
So let's see the official.
We're still unclear of what the penalty is here.
Yeah, Coach Minnick looks like this is a very questionable call. Like it's the, whoa. Well, I'm hearing a lot of booing going on.
Because I also saw some shoving from the Park Hill side afterwards.
Obviously, you're going to protect your man. You're going to protect.
Because I saw Roberts, he stumbled across onto the track. Like he was just trying to get out of dodge, it seemed.
You always do. You always try and dodge. You never, when you take the hit, you never retaliate.
Oh, and yeah, so Conway's getting sent over.
So there will be a penalty on the Bulldogs officially. It'll be on the right hash, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Trojans. 6:45 left. Officially ball on the 8-yard line after the huge return.
Got to score here.
You cannot go 3 and out. You can't settle for field goal either. I see, who do I see? Caden Leonard down bottom. Easter along with him, along with Roberts.
I see a 3-stack trips to the left.
Tay and Watson up top. See what Zane has.
I'm going to go with screen pass. Yep, here
Motion
it comes.
to Easter. They're going to fake the screen. They're going to, huge up in the air. Off the face mask looks, let it get a little too deep on the hands.
I think the entire breath out of the stadium just got sucked out.
And then they were okay, because they're like,
I had a flashback to the first drive of the game with DJ Bronson's interception.
Yes, or even the tipped pass that the Kearney ended up catching. I was like, but then we're okay. 2nd and goal. This is 4-down territory here, no doubt about it. Back to pass, throwing Leonard behind him, incomplete. 3rd down.
Not the greatest throw by Zane Thomas. Zane Thomas's throw really might have screwed that drive. Now, 3rd down, yet to even get a yard.
So let's see. Very lively this student section is here for this 3rd and goal. Ball on the 8, 6:37.
I have butterflies right now.
Very mixed emotions. I've had goosebumps, I've had jitters, I've had all of the above. 3rd and down.
Same formation.
Inside, Dixon has it.
Still up? No.
He is inside the 5, looks to be the 2. Will they go for it?
Yes, this is go for it. You have 6 minutes to go. You go for it. You don't get it, you pin him deep.
And
we're still. Oh, players got to come off. Helmet came off. That is Ashton Bringus who's made a couple key plays tonight. He will have to come off for this pivotal.
So huge.
4th down.
Huge.
In will come. I can't read that number.
Good number. Oh, number 4, Connor Reed. He's been on and off the field tonight. We're going to see Minder check out for the Trojans.
He is the man who put Braylon Agee out of action tonight.
He better sleep with one eye open. We protect Braylon Agee around here at Park Hill. 4th and goal. Looks like ball on the 3, ball on the 4, right hash for the Trojans. Fake the give to Easter. Thomas has time. Tipped. No!
Had nobody open. Great coverage. Nothing going on there for Zane Thomas.
5:54 left.
So from the 3-yard line, Kearney will start out.
So let's see. I bet I can bet all of my money, all of my parents' money, it's a run here. Because, I mean, we were assuming this would be a 60-40 offense, maybe 70-30. It's been 98-2.
I really wouldn't be the most shocked in the world if this is actually kind of like a pop pass here, because they're all going to collapse in. It's all going to be in.
So everybody's tight.
Yeah, exactly. This is a run to the, yep.
QB draw.
Nobody's there.
Ford absolutely suplexes him.
So over the back goes Carter Temple. Yeah, so we might have needed to get that 4th down conversion and get in the end zone there. That hurt.
So it'll be 2nd and 4. For the Trojans.
5 minutes to go now. Still some confusion, and I wonder what this is.
Let's see.
Emmons down low. Hendricks in the backfield with Carter Temple.
Temple probably going to be...
Same formation as that QB run all day, and then it's another one.
And he does not get it. What a play.
Jamari Bell wrapping him up. No, sorry, and also I think that might have also been Saquon Copeland. Either one of the two.
Again, are you surprised? 3rd down, Dixon in, Koval out.
Now we are going to... So now in checks Matthew Lindsay again.
We've seen it. We saw that 3-back set earlier in the game, which is something I've never really seen before. I've seen a fullback and a running back. I've seen a tight end kind of in front. I've never seen 3 straight running backs.
Well, this is 2. Well, yes, this is 3 again. Sorry.
3rd and 2. Temple keeps. Temple
1st down.
looks to have it. So Koval back in for Dixon.
And as we are about to tick under 4 minutes into this ball game, Trojans need to stop right here.
So let's see what is drawn up for this defense that Coach Rich, Primus, and Reynolds have drawn up. A little moving around, kind of trying to find your strong and weak side. A surprise bunch formation. And surprisingly, they're going to run the football and get a good
push. There's a few plays I want to mark for Park Hill here.
Timeout Trojans, by the way.
That was huge. It was Braylon Agee's fumble at end of the half. That was huge. Devin Witzke's missed field goal to come out of the half. Huge. Then we go in and we enter into the 2nd half. Sorry. We get to our next drive in the 2nd half. We start inside the 10-yard line. Don't score at all. And now our defense has to make this huge stop right here. We have a timeout.
So 3:37 left. Again, thank you for tuning in here to listen to Sam and I blab about football. Appreciate it if you're watching at home or wherever you're watching, on the road, at home, things like that. Really do appreciate you for stopping by.
I really do. This is one of my favorite things to do during the school year. This truly is. Other than wrestle, this is probably number 2 on my list. As let's check into some of the scores around the league. As Blue Springs South has secured a win as it's 44-0 against Raymore Peculiar. And we also have Staley keeping a 21-7 lead against Blue Springs. Lee Summit trailing 21-35 against Bentonville. And let's return to the action.
After a quick
2nd down and 4.
2nd and 4, 3:37 ticks on the clock here in the game. Again, a run by Temple. And
about 2 or 3 yards.
So
Timeout. Park Hill.
trying to tire them out, looks like. Doesn't work.
And then let's keep this going, reading off the scores from around the area. Lee Summit is trailing 21-28 against Liberty North. NKC holding a steady lead, 27-16, St. Joe Central. Smithville beating Oak Park 28-14. Liberty has secured the win against Park Hill South, 49-0.
I mean, you never know. You never know.
I think we know because it's Park Hill South playing them.
That is true. That is true.
Speaking of Park Hill South, next week the Trojans will travel to Park Hill South to play the Panthers in the.
They'll be here. They'll be here. We'll be on the away side though. It's
Sorry, it technically is traveling, but.
It's really weird. The stadium hasn't been built yet at Park Hill South, but
and sadly you will not hear me and Brody's beautiful voices to commentate that game. Very unfortunate. I know that broadcast will be so much worse without us.
obviously will be. I will be in that student section, getting lively as always. I'm either up here or I'm down in the student section, living it up. I even traveled to Rockbridge earlier this year for week 1. It was a very good game. Very, very good game.
Fun fact, I've actually only been up here. I've never been in the student section.
Motion give to the back, and he does not get it as he's thrown down.
This is going to be 4th down and about 1. And another timeout, I believe. I may be wrong. I think we just used our 3rd timeout.
So let's see.
They're saying first down.
I've seen horrible officiating. I don't think I've seen this bad of officiating. There have been.
This is terrible.
I mean, I'm right next door.
He was like a yard short.
I'm right next door to the, a few Park Hill coaches that are up here in the booth, and they are livid, very, very livid. It's, hard to see because that looks not like a first down at all, but of course it is. Why not? But as we were talking about scheduling, we look at NKC. They will be not NKC. Kearney. They're at NKC next week. The rest of the year they will be on October 3rd. They will be hosting Grain Valley. Then October 10th, hosting Raytown South. Then at Winnetonka on the 17th. Then for their last game on October 24th, at home against Excelsior. So big for them. Hopefully a good season ahead for them. As we look for the Trojans, next week they of course will be here, the away team against Park Hill South. Then at home on the 3rd against Liberty, at St. Joe Central, at home against Ray Peck on the 17th, and then at Oak Park to finish out the year.
And here we go, the most important 3 downs of the game. A first down here probably seals it.
I see Coach Primus coming off after that timeout, just absolutely livid. Him and Coach Rich were just up in that referee. They were very, very very
I
mad.
think they're letting the Kearney coaches convince them that was a first down when it clearly wasn't. Like, I saw the Kearney coaches down there saying, hey, that's a first down. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, it's a first down. I'm going to believe you.
You bet it. Another run.
And he's still going. And that's about 5 yards.
Battles forward for a few yards. 2nd down for the Bulldogs. 3 minutes left in this game. Again, huge for the Trojans. They get these stops here, these 2 stops here. They'll have about 2, maybe a minute and a half left in this game to try and convert a drive. And this is 4 down territory because I'm Coach Minnick. I have 2 timeouts remaining. So I wonder what, you don't get this. Let's say you give up a touchdown and that 2-point, you have 2 timeouts remaining. But it'll be keeper by the QB
nowhere.
Going absolutely nowhere.
Hey, but maybe they'll mark this first down.
It looks about right. Looks about right. So 3rd down going to be coming.
So 3rd down and 4.
And an injured Trojan down. That is Demarion Ford. You hate to see it. He's been all over the field tonight for the Trojans. He's been a very good downhill safety. Him and Bronson, very, very hard to replace his ability.
The tone of the Trojan offense after Brandon Agee got hurt, it switched so fast. It eliminated his threat of this
huge big body receiver.
Deep ball to Brandon Agee. There was no deep ball. It was more of just like, okay, well, we have this speedy guy. We have Dante Dixon over here.
On these screen plays, on these little short stuff.
He can come here, and then there's nothing else other than the speed of Roman Roberts and the speed of Caden Leonard. It's just speed. There's no huge tall guy other than Quinn Watson, and I haven't seen him in there that much.
He's really been in there, but it's not been like much of anything. So hopefully we get to see a little bit. That sucks. I wonder who will go back. It'll probably be Koval. Koval was the starting safety for the first 2 weeks of this year, or it'll be Dixon back at safety, and then the other, either Dixon or Koval, will be at corner. Oh no! Looks like the right leg as he's hobbling off. You hate to see that. The senior safety, him and two others, Roberts and Irving, actually went to Park Hill South last 3, and ended up coming here. A lot of guys though from Park Hill South ended up coming out, leaving, and 3 of them ended up coming here. Ford being one of them, and you hate to see him. He's been such a huge part and a mainstay on this defense ever since coming here.
He's like, here we go.
3rd and 3.
Biggest play of the game. 2:16 on the clock. I wonder what this is.
Throw deep, obviously, as I'm looking.
Yeah, maybe a QB run left though.
I don't know.
Carter Temple, the big body.
So no jump, obviously.
Geary, down low, right where that run might come, if it comes.
So let's see. I mean, just draining the play clock at this point. I mean, just snap the ball. But, I mean, you do you. You do you, Carter Temple. You do you.
Smart play by Carter Temple, it is.
Hike. No avail.
Timeout. There it is. Burn all the clock.
What a play call. What a play call. You had an injury timeout and you do that. Very, very weird.
Kind of forgot there's no 2-minute warning in high school.
Yeah, it's only 12-minute quarters, not 15.
So now, because Parker has 0 timeouts left, correct?
That would be correct. They used all 3 of them.
So now here's what's going to happen. They don't get the first. They're going to punt it away, and they're going to leave them this much time.
Honestly,
about 30 or 40 seconds.
And we've seen a quick hitting offense. And
but not today.
The Trojans, I mean, in past, obviously.
The one touchdown was a quick hitter, and it came off a turnover.
But the big thing is they are able to have those quick hitters. What you need to do is you need to get, because with no Agee, a lot of attention now is going towards Dante Dixon. He's not a big body, so that you can easily put 2 guys on him, and it's easy. With Agee, you put 2 guys on him, now it opens up Dixon, who's very shifty.
The issue was,
so now you have to try it. You can double Dante, but now you risk leaving Leonard, Minder, Watson, Irving, Easter all open. But let's see, 3rd and 3. Run left. Temple is taken down. 1st down.
ball game.
Bulldogs
come out with a win. Due to the Trojans not being able to come up big when they needed to.
But we do look at it. It is kind of huge for the Trojans. They took a very good step. They were at this point last year. They were 2-2. They just had lost 2 straight to Staley and Kearney. They haven't lost 2 straight, obviously, as we see victory formation set up. But they were 2-2 last year. Kearney was 3-0 coming in. And now, so let's see what ends up happening as they will take this all the way down. and we hope to see you again. Very good game. Very nail-biter to the end. Very not really back and forth, but back and forth defensive play, which is honestly defense wins championship. It's a huge step for the Trojans too. We saw that huge game back here 2 weeks ago, giving up 69 points. So, I mean, yeah, you lost the ball game, but you can't really do much. Your offense puts up 7, so that's kind of regrouping for Huggins, Bell, and those guys to have. So this will be the final snap. Bulldogs come in, win 14-7. Again, they are going to be at NKC next week. The Trojans will be here as the away team against the Park Hill South Panthers. So
the Trojans, they learned something tonight, and that is this. The story of the game tonight was ball control, ball control, ball control. As ball control won tonight's game, as Kearney, I believe, probably had over 30 minutes in ball control tonight.
And that doesn't add for recipes to success.
And I think that just made an issue even more of when the Trojans, when they had the chance down here at the 8-yard line, and those first 2 plays went for nothing, and then the third play only gotten down to the 2, and then you want to play action, doesn't work, nothing gets open, and then you don't get that score, and then you allow first down, kills everything.
So again, thank you for joining us. We will see you back here in 2 weeks where Park Hill will host Liberty High School. Thank you for joining us. I'm Brody Fetters.
And I'm Sam Miller.